In 2016, Shakur Stevenson slept inside a cramped Newark apartment where safety was never guaranteed and peace was a rare luxury today. He wakes up inside a Houston fortress stretching across acres of manicured land, protected by security systems, worth more than his parents' lifetime earnings combined. Walking through the gates of this private sanctuary reveals exactly where his fight money goes. From custom-built features to staggering monthly upkeep and a master suite security detail no other boxer even thought to install. Back then, every morning started with checking the locks 3 times, because his zip code ranked among the most dangerous in America. For a young Shakur Stevenson, home wasn't about marble floors or soaring ceilings. It was about survival, staying invisible, and making it to the gym without trouble finding him first. Bouncing between relatives' homes created a level of instability that destroys most dreams before they ever take shape. But for Shakur, it forged a hunger luxury can never replicate. That environment forced him to see boxing not as a sport, but as his only escape route. Hunger builds a different kind of fighter. Once you understand the concrete jungle he escaped, the endless green lawns of his estate stop looking like a purchase and start looking like a conquest. There's a reason nearly 70% of professional athletes go broke shortly after retirement, and it often begins with the first 6-figure check. Shakur admits that early on. The temptation wasn't property, but depreciation, spending money on jewelry, designer clothes, and cars that lost value the moment they left the lot. It's the classic trap of trying to look rich before actually becoming wealthy. Prioritizing image over infrastructure, flash fades, equity last. He learned quickly that diamonds don't pay dividends, prompting a shift from liabilities to assets designed to protect his future family. That decision led him straight into real estate. Some might wonder why a Jersey-born fighter planted roots deep in Texas. But the answer comes down to simple math. New Jersey carries some of the highest property and state income taxes in the country, while Texas is zero state income tax for a fighter earning multi-million-dollar purses. Staying on the East Coast means voluntarily handing over millions every year. By relocating his residency to Houston, Shakur gave himself a massive raise without throwing a single punch. It's not about what you earn, but what you keep. This move marked the transition from a fighter's mindset to a CEO's mindset, recognizing that geography affects his bottom line just as much as defense in the ring. The estate itself isn't near a busy highway or tourist route. It's hidden inside a quiet, affluent enclave built for anonymity. The scouting report prioritized distance from nightlife chaos and proximity to elite private facilities. He chose a neighborhood where the neighbors are oil executives and tech tycoons, people who already have money and aren't impressed by fame. That creates a bubble of normalcy where he can walk his driveway without autograph seekers or street challenges. Silence becomes the ultimate luxury in a sport as loud and chaotic as boxing. A home that feels like a library is essential for mental recovery. The location forces a complete disconnect from hype, allowing him to decompress fully between camps and reset before the next war. Real estate experts often say the money is made when you buy, not when you sell. Reports suggest Shakur entered the Houston market at the perfect time, purchasing before the post-pandemic housing boom sent prices soaring. By locking in this estate early, the property is likely appreciated by 15 to 20% in just a few years. He didn't overextend himself chasing a cloud house that would strain him during the off-season. Instead, he bought comfortably within his means. Buy low, live high. That discipline is rare in boxing, where many fighters drown under mortgages that require a fight every 3 months just to stay afloat. Shakur sits on an asset that pays him simply by existing in a hot market. Financial advisors note a growing trend. Fighters chasing legacy train in Vegas, but fighters chasing wealth live in Texas. That philosophy explains why fighters like Shakur, and even Gervonta Davis, are gravitating toward the Lone Star State. Texas offers space to build massive compounds that would cost triple in Los Angeles or New York. The $4 square footage in Houston allows fighters to build true sanctuaries, not just luxury apartments. Geography shapes net worth. Shakur listened to the stories of fighters who went broke before him and chose the opposite path, turning this home into a physical lesson learned from boxing's financial mistakes. Pulling up to the estate, what hits you first isn't the size of the columns, but the silence of the surrounding forest. Unlike flashy glass mansions in Los Angeles that beg for attention, Shakur's Texas sanctuary is concealed behind mature oak trees. In Kingwood, often called the livable forest, the architecture blends into the landscape, creating a psychological barrier between Shakur the boxer and Shakur the man. Privacy is the new flex. The driveway winds deep into the property, ensuring that by the time the front door comes into View, multiple layers of natural and artificial security have already done their job. Most celebrities install security to protect their jewelry. Shakur installed his to protect his peace. This isn't a Ring doorbell and a simple gate. Sources say the property features perimeter surveillance comparable to a diplomatic compound, including motion tracking cameras capable of reading license plates from over 100 yards away. Growing up in Newark, where danger was random and constant, he invested in predictive systems that detect threats before they reach the gate. Peace of mind comes with a price tag. The setup allows him to sleep without one eye open, a luxury more valuable than any car in his garage. Shakur once admitted in a GQ interview that his first immediate purchase was a $150 zero Mercedes Maybach that radiates executive power. That Maybach now sits as the crown jewel of a driveway that resembles a luxury dealership. Alongside it is a rugged G-Wagon, the modern athlete's tank, chosen for handling Houston's rough roads and flash floods. This isn't mindless hoarding. Each vehicle serves a purpose, the Maybach for business and the G-Wagon for training camp commutes. These are trophies on wheels. For a kid who once relied on buses, stepping into a fleet of six-figure engines is daily confirmation that the struggle is officially behind him. But luxury has hidden cost. Between specialized insurance, climate-controlled garage storage to fight humidity, and premium fuel for V8 and V12 engines, simply letting these cars sit parked can cost thousands each month. Shakur is likely spending $5,000 to $8,000 monthly before even turning the ignition. These machines are high-maintenance divas, where a single oil change on a Maybach can exceed a Honda Civic's monthly payment. In the world of the wealthy, the purchase price is just the entry fee. The upkeep is the subscription that never cancels. Step into the backyard and Texas disappears, replaced by a private resort atmosphere reminiscent of Turks and Caicos. Custom zero-edge pool stretches into the lawn like a sheet of glass. But the true centerpiece is the outdoor kitchen, outfitted with industrial-grade grills for post-fight feast with the entire team. This space isn't for lap swimming. It's for decompression, where waterfalls and sizzling steaks drown out the noise of boxing. He built it knowing public spaces aren't an option without chaos. Rumors in his camp tell of a fan who tried mapping his location by analyzing reflections in his sunglasses from an Instagram post, driving for hours to match tree lines. They failed, but the incident reportedly triggered immediate upgrades to his digital security. In 2025, physical fences aren't enough. You need digital ones too. Fame attracts obsession, revealing the dark side of stardom where brighter lights cast deeper shadows and higher walls become necessary. Inside the double doors, vertical space dominates. A double-height foyer features a chandelier worth more than a sparring partner's entire purse. But the walls tell the real story. Instead of generic art, massive portraits of Ali, Floyd, and Ward create a hall of ancestors. This isn't just a house, it's a temple to the sweet science. Greatness watches you enter. Shakur didn't follow beige design trends. He curated reminders of the standard he's chasing every time he steps inside. His kitchen defies expectations for a 27-year-old millionaire. Instead of junk food and champagne, it resembles a pharmacy. The refrigerator is organized with military precision, lined with meal prep containers labeled by macronutrients, alkaline water, and zero processed sugar. Wolf-grade appliances aren't for comfort cooking, but for fueling a high-performance engine. This kitchen is the command center for weight cuts, often the hardest fight before fight night. Discipline lives here, while friends may gather elsewhere. This space remains a no-fly zone for cheat meals. The living room centers around a massive screen that feels closer to IMAX than television, looping high-definition footage of upcoming opponents. Custom deep-tissue sectionals allow his team to sit for hours, dissecting footwork and finds in what they call the war room. Soft lighting and plush rugs calm the space. But this is where opponents are dismantled mentally. Study creates knockouts. Down the hallway, lighting shifts into museum-grade spotlights, revealing the trophy room, WBC, WBO, and Ring magazine belts sit behind glass, anchored by the Olympic silver medal from Rio, a reminder of the almost that fuels his perfectionism. These aren't decorations.